POV. We just got home from the bar, and The Shout, 1978, Alan Bates, is playing on the Criterion 24/7 channel. And it's the middle of the night, and we've been drinking Maker's Mark and seeing a terrible Beatles cover band that only knows how to play come together, so they play it over and over. And we went to a terrible diner on the way home. But I want to watch this movie. I've been trying to get you to watch it for years. And if I promise not to give you my bullshit theories until we take our smoke break halfway through the movie, then you'll watch this and try to figure out what's going on with me, because I never can quite get a handle on it. It's never the same movie twice. And I get so built up. This movie frightens me so much. The more I watch it, the more frightening it becomes, as opposed to the first time you see it's frightening. And we get halfway through the movie and we finally hear Alan Bates do the scream and kill the shepherd and the sheep. And I can't stand it, because it must mean something that he's killed a shepherd and sheep, because shepherds and sheep are biblical imagery. So we finally go outside for a smoke, and you're like, I know you want to tell me what this movie is about. And I say that it has to be about Susanna York's inability to conceive a child, and it's driving her insane. But also, I'm trying to think of other movies where somebody comes walking out of the sand or out of the desert at the beginning of the movie, and I've got that as a clear image. The scene where it happens in The Shout is very scary to me, and you laugh at me because it's just a guy that looks like he's walking back and forth, and forward at the same time. But I don't know. There's something so unsettling about him. And I think it's High Plains Drifter that someone appears out of the desert and comes into town. But it's a very specific image in my mind. And you think that I'm thinking of Dust Devil, but you liked Dust Devil better than I did. And you think that this movie is about Alan Bates being a devil who appeals to John Hurt's ego. John Hurt is a progressive musician, a progressive rock musician. And you can tell pretty much everything about his character from the scene where he goes to church to play the organ and he walks in late and they're singing that song, Immortal, Invisible, God Only Wise. And he sits down at the organ for the last half of the last stanza and starts playing a different key than the congregation was already singing, and they all change to the key that he plays it in. This is a person either that's used to getting his own way, or who is a very petty person that gets his own way in small ways, like changing the key when everyone else is always singing. But you think that Alan Bates is the devil, and he gets to John Hurt through appealing to his ego by giving him the thing that he can't resist, since he likes to record strange sounds, marbles rolling around in a pan, a real hot microphone that he sets a cigarette on top of and smokes it. And he's not going to be able to live unless he hears Alan Bates do that scream, even though it's probably going to ruin his life, if not kill him. And that's exactly what happens. And, well, there's not much left of the movie. We pass out. I go to sleep, and I have a dream that I'm a completely different woman. I'm a younger woman. I'm a different racial background even, and I have a career, and I'm getting married, and someone at work, my boss, who I thought I was very close to, like family, because you know how they're always saying at work we're like a family, doesn't even show up for my wedding. And I'm incredibly hurt that this man that I sort of saw as avuncular doesn't come to my wedding. And I wake up and I'm asking you what this means as we're eating some pancakes and getting ready to go to work after tying one on with the maker's mark the night before. We have to have some pancakes, but you don't know what my dream means, and you realize that you've broken your shoe and you've been staying at my house and you got to go into work with a broken shoe. And what's going to happen next is anyone's guess.